Hi loves, I'm back with the next Q&A and get ready with me. If you guys watched the last one, you saw that I put this on my hair to do my makeup. I took it off because for you girls who are either prematurely gray or getting older like me and you have gray showing before it's time for your touch-ups, I just sprayed a little bit of this L'Oreal root cover-up. You can get this anywhere, but I'll post below where you can get it. I use warm brown. I have pretty dark brown hair, so I just sprayed like my gray areas, which is like all down here and in here right now. So I can't put this white thing back on because it'll rub off on there, but I figured I would do that and let it dry while I'm doing my makeup. So let's get right into this. What I'm going to do this time, because I babbled for 20 minutes before, go figure, me babble, what? I am going to read the question and then I'm going to just grab my makeup and start doing it. So I have something to do with my hands so I don't stop and start talking with them and do what I did before. So real quick, scrunchies. Scrunchies with hair all over them. I'm just going to put this back in a scrunchie because that's what I'm trying to use now and not elastics because like I said before, I pulled a lot of my hair out and started creating that traction alopecia you could see where I have like all of those spotty areas. Some are still growing back from when I lost a lot of it, and then some are like a little bit newer from that traction alopecia from always having it pulled back really tight. I can get into that later, you guys, too, if you want, when I do my update on my hair when it all fell out from, not all fell out, I wasn't bald, but like my ponytail was like this thin from when I dealt with a lot of stress from being prison wife and it all fell out. Should I say it all fell out one more time? Anyway, okay, so let's do this Q&A. Here is the next question, and I might kind of mush these together into one long video, and I might keep them separate. I haven't really decided yet. You guys tell me if my videos are too long, and I know I asked once before, and the girls were like, no, they're great, do them as long as you need. But I feel like sometimes when I'm watching people's YouTube videos, and I see like 30 minutes, I'm like, next, I don't have time for that. Even when I'm just sitting playing, like hanging out. So you guys tell me. I want to do what works for you guys. Obviously, that's what these videos are here for. Okay, so question is, hey Ro, first I want to thank you for all the love and support. That's what I was reading before when I was reading what I thought was my answer. And I was like, oh, thank you. It wasn't for me. It wasn't from me because I have question, answer, and I write my answer, question, answer. And I read the wrong thing. Anyway, first, I want to thank you for all of the love and support. It's definitely needed and appreciated. You're welcome, sweetheart. Computer went down again. Okay. I just need to get something off my chest. Sure, we love those. I love and cherish our visits and every letter received, except for the most recent one. Dun, dun, dun. What happened? He wrote me explaining how he thought, maybe I should put my computer over here, how he thought I put money on his boys' books for him. So what this girl explained is she puts money on his friend's books, so he gets all of it. Let's talk about that in a second, but that's why she's saying that. He used the entire amount, and later he finds out it was his boy's sister who sent the money for her brother. So the sister sent the money to the books for her brother, and now this woman who's asking me the question puts money on that same inmate, that girl that sends the money, his brother's books, not her boyfriend, and then he gives it to the boyfriend because they want all of the money. They don't want to get fees or something. Now he's asking me to repay him. I already told him I don't feel comfortable sending money to anyone else except him. And I feel like he's forcing me to do it now. I'm pissed. I don't blame you. He knows my financial situation isn't ideal. The reason I made this a Q&A and I didn't just answer her is because that's the case for majority of us. And there is a huge teaching moment in this question. So I'm so glad it was sent to me, and I'm so glad that I'm able to answer it for all of you guys, not just this sweet woman. Let's see. He knows my financial situation isn't ideal. We aren't married, and we haven't been together for very long. He started this bid. I'm seriously considering if I should end our relationship, and I don't blame you, sweetheart. So in short, for you, the answer is big fat capital N, big fat capital O. If I can learn how to edit these properly, that would be across the screen, but I need a new computer to be able to do that. And I can't wait to be able to do that again. So here's the thing it boils down to. It's not about money at all in the situation for you. It is about, with a capital T, trust, okay? So Could it have been an honest mistake? Sure, it could have been an honest mistake. Was it probably an honest mistake? No, I don't believe it, and I will tell you why. First of all, the fact that you're questioning his intentions with this money. Here I go again, not doing my makeup, so hold on. Hold please. Let me grab my foundation. Have you guys used this Born This Way by Too Faced? Makes me hear angels sing. And when I bought it, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of answering your question, but of course I have to do 500 things at the same time and get lost on tangents. But when I bought this at Ulta, I heard so much about it. And then my sister-in-law was like, have you tried it? And I was like, no. And we always share beauty product ideas. So I went and I just picked it up on my way, like literally out the door to drive 6 hours to go to visit. And I needed foundation because I was only using this LA Girl, which is actually really good for like $6. I was waiting forever because I saw a YouTuber use it, and it finally came to my CVS and Harmon by me, and I bought it, and I really, really like it. But also wanted to try this. And I asked the girl as I was checking out, I'm like, is that honestly really as good as the hype? And she was like, yeah, it is. And she's like, yeah. All I could say is yes, it is. So that's what I'm using today. I will link it below. So anyway, so the fact that you're questioning this, sweetheart, means to me that something in your gut is telling you this isn't right. And I don't blame you. Something in my gut would be telling me that this was off, especially because you just said that you're not married and you haven't been together very long. So you haven't had that time to build up trust like I have with Adam, okay? And now, disclaimer, I've been with Adam for many, many, many years. So I'm not saying my man is better than your man. I'm not saying like I have trust and you don't, nah. We've spent many, many, many years building that trust, okay? So if Adam asked me, actually, this did happen to us once. I used to put money on his friends' books because they were doing a big party for a graduation. Now, I'm not saying, like, I'm not promoting doing this, you guys. Sometimes it does happen. They were cooking for a party, for a graduation, for a class that he was facilitating. And he wanted to give everybody gifts, and he wanted to throw a party. So the person that was cooking the food and making the gifts in the ceramic shop needed to be paid. So I put money on that guy's books. That guy it was the wrong guy's books. Whoops. And that guy was like, thanks for the gift, because Adam had done him a different favor. He was a guy that worked in like leather, not ceramic, something like that. I got confused. The guy was like, you didn't have to pay me for that. And he's like, I didn't mean to. So I put money on the wrong books. Adam, okay, took care of that on his own. He knows that I don't have an extra $100 period, let alone an extra $200 to repay the $100 to the other guy. He didn't ask for it. So he took care of that with the guys on the inside. Because honest mistakes happen, right? So to me, like if he came back and was like, bro, I really, really need for you to repay that. It's just like, it's causing me problems in here. It was an honest mistake, but I need, like, if he comes to me for money, which is very few and far between. Adam has gotten his, I'm contouring, by the way, with Shape Tape, favorite concealer ever by Tarte. I will link that below as well. Like, hands down favorite. So if Adam came to me and was like, I need money, he's getting money. And if I didn't have that money, I would say, look, I don't have it right now. Can we work out like a payment plan with that guy? Can I send you $10 extra a week? Something, because I don't have it. I know you need it. But that's the difference. Adam and I have built up the trust. Adam has asked me in the 10 years that we've been back together for money in a situation like that, at most, a handful of times. At most, I'm thinking 3. So clearly he needs it. So the fact that he's demanding it from you, right? Because yes, that guy might want to be repaid, but it was an honest mistake and one that you didn't make. You didn't make the mistake. The guy actually whose the book's money went on, that was really hard to say, that was his mistake. He should have checked who sent the money. So your guy has plenty of wiggle room to say, look, not my fault, man. Your fault, not mine. I'm not repaying you, right? So that fact that he's not doing that and he's demanding money are 2 big red flags. And 3, to me, I'm thinking, I'm sorry to say this to you, they're probably running game on you. That's my honest opinion, because yes, mistakes happen, but he shouldn't be so pissed. He shouldn't demand that money. He should take care of it with his boy on his own. Sorry, buddy, you picked the wrong, like, you didn't check. That's your mistake. If I'm putting money in the books, then it's not my fault. And I have to say this, the reason why I'm thinking he's running game is, why does that guy's books get any less charges than your guy's books? Like, when I send money into prison, whether I put it in Adam's account, who's been down for 20 years, or some guy, because the reason that you gave me, I don't remember if I read this part because I kind of rewrote the question to protect this person, but she said, like, that guy's been down longer. Okay, but Adam's been down 20 years. His friend who's been down over 30 years, a lifer, and also some guy who had only been in a couple years, and I put money on his books to create something for us, like I said before, all have the same charges, the same, like, processing fees and all of that stuff taken out of their accounts, because that's how it works. Now, I can say this, if your guy didn't have enough money on his books and he has some sort of fees or something, like restitution, or I don't know if certain states charge child support. Like, I know with Adam, he had a $25 a month fee that was taken out on his books automatically every month. So maybe if he doesn't want that fee taken out, like if he doesn't want that money to go towards that, which is kind of messed up because that's just causing him problems in the future. But I could see possibly why, and as this is coming out of my mouth, I kind of regret it because I don't want to give you reasons to make excuses for him. But I'm just trying to tell the masses that there could be like one or two reasons why, or maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 that I'm not going to get into, but like something with this situation, to me, who's been doing this a really long time, on my own, so that covers the feds, but also have worked with prison wives in every state, even in different countries, different levels in each state system, as well as different levels in each federal system, as well as different levels in different countries, which doesn't relate to most of our members. This seems shady. The end. So let me just read my notes because, talking barely do makeup now, to make sure that I'm answering everything that I wanted to touch on. So Adam and I discussed why I put money on his friend's books, and I was 100% on board with that. So that's probably something that you should do with the future. In the future. Okay. Yeah, something's fishy. You shouldn't have special rates compared to your friend or your boyfriend. Okay, so last thing I said in my notes, and I want to touch on here, does your boyfriend have a history of drug use? Because if he does, that's where my gut is telling me this might be going. Him and that guy might be using. That guy might be like a drug dealer inside. Yes, you guys, it happens a lot more frequently than you would think. And in situations where they're demanding money from you and money just accidentally disappears, if he has a history of that, I would start looking for other signs. Now, that said, do not get on the phone and say, are you using drugs? If you have emails, do not get on email and say that, and do not write that in a letter. You don't want to start opening that can of worms unless you don't care if he gets in trouble and gets locked in the hole, which is solitary confinement, or gets more time or charges or anything like that. But when you see him, when you visit him, right? And if you don't have visits, in whatever way you can, try to look for signs and confront him in a way that you're not actually saying those words. We could talk about that another time because, unfortunately, you haven't been together very long, and unfortunately, something in your gut is telling you that this is wrong, so it's wrong. So that's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys have questions, if you want me to elaborate on anything I said, I will be happy to. Just comment below, let me know, and we will continue with that. This, again, 14 minutes. I better stop this. Go to the next Q&A in the next video. I hope you guys are liking these. I'm enjoying answering them because these are the original types of YouTube videos that I made when I started back in 2012. Then I stopped for a little while. I went over to Periscope and Facebook Live, and those were more like coaching videos, but I love the Q&As the most, question and answers, because I know that's exactly what you guys want to know. I've been doing this for so long, like I forget what questions and what issues I had in the beginning. So I tend to do more like the stuff that I love to do and I'm just learning about. Like I just went to life coaching school a couple years ago. So I love to pass that along to you guys, and tips and tricks and exercises to set goals and reach them. But maybe right now all you need is to know is like, is he using me? And that's what I want to answer for you. So keep sending those questions. don't think that you're bothering me. Don't think your questions are too long. I had one girl that was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, you probably hate me. My question is 3 paragraphs. I don't care. I love it. So keep those comments coming. Subscribe. Ring the little bell. Please subscribe so you are notified when I post a new video, because I'm here to help you. You guys keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer to it all being behind you. Lots of love from my heart to yours. In the meantime, let's hope that I finish my makeup and I can get to the other videos that I planned for today. Because, you know, babbles, hands, you name it, I got it going on. But that's what you love about me, is what I'm told. Bye, guys.